Hi everyone, I hope you're all well at the moment and welcome back to the channel Joglang Journo, where I bring together my passions for geography, languages and journalism. In today's video I'm going to talk a bit more about how I learn languages and more specifically how I use the app Duolingo to build a solid base in a new language. I wanted to make this video for a long time, so I think now is the time to share with you some of my best tips for how you can make use of Duolingo to build a solid foundation in a new language. Of course, everyone learns languages in different ways and there may be better methods that work for you, but if you've tried Duolingo to learn a language and have not managed to make much progress with it, hopefully this video might just make learning on Duolingo much more productive with you. So let's go! What I particularly love about Duolingo is the emphasis it places on consistency in language learning with their streak system and having to learn every single day. So ever since I started consistently learning French in the autumn of 2018 when I was studying the language for my A-levels, I realised the most important thing was to build a consistent language learning habit and to learn the language every single day. So I started off learning for 5 minutes a day, eventually building it up to 10, 15 and 20 minutes. And I think if you can use Duolingo for 20 minutes every single day, that's the excellent foundation you need for your brain to start to process the language and start to successfully acquire it. In the past 4 years, I've not only used Duolingo to really strengthen my French learning, but I've also used it to build a solid language level in both Brazilian Portuguese and Spanish. And in that time, I've developed lots of techniques and tools which I think have really helped accelerate my language learning, and I'm going to share lots of them with you now. Firstly, it might seem obvious, but one of the best things you can do when using Duolingo is to put headphones on. Using headphones means you can really listen in to all of the sentences and focus on the pronunciation of your target language. Repeated listening and exposure are going to enable your brain to become familiar with the sounds of your target language. This is especially important if you're using Duolingo on the go, for example, in the bus or on the metro. It means you can use the app without disturbing others and you do not need to disable the listening feature in the app. Although what I will suggest to you is to use Duolingo while working in a quiet space on your own, so you can really focus in on the language without distractions. You can use Duolingo both using the mobile app or on your laptop or computer, although personally I prefer to use Duolingo using my phone and also use my laptop at the same time. I'm going to explain why I do that now. So while using my phone to fill out and type the sentences, speak into my phone's inbuilt microphone and do all the activities, I also like to keep my laptop open. And on my laptop, I like to have an online dictionary open at the same time. So this means that as I go through the Duolingo lessons and accumulate more vocabulary, I can check the meanings of words on my laptop. Now, although Duolingo does give you the meanings of words in the app, the more you get into language learning, the more you realise that many words can have a variety of meanings. So searching these words up in my favourite online dictionaries, Word Reference and Lingui, mean that I can not only check the meanings of words, but also that I can see them in context with example sentences. And then I move on to the next stage. Then, after searching up new words, it's imperative I write them down in a notepad as I go along. So for every new word, verb or useful phrase I come across, I will write it down in my notepad as I go along. This enables me to keep track of the new things I learn, and the process of writing each word down helps me to remember the words better. Although you will accumulate vocabulary progressively, the more you practice and are exposed to the same useful words, the more you will gradually assimilate them over time. Some words may stick first time, but others will not, and this is just a natural process in language learning. The more you come across these words and write them down, and then practice them, the more cemented they will become in your mind. When I write words down, for example, it is also very important to specify certain grammar points. For languages such as French, Portuguese, Spanish, Italian and German, these are gendered languages. Words can be masculine or feminine, or in the case of German, neuter. So I'll always put down the article next to the word or a bracket with M, F or N to indicate the gender of the noun. Each language will have its own different grammar features, and so writing these down as you go along will help you to acquire the grammar of your new target language. Then, another vital step in my language learning Duolingo is to repeat every single sentence out loud. Duolingo gives exercises where you need to speak into your phone or computer's inbuilt microphone to test your pronunciation and speaking ability. However, one of the best things you can do is to repeat every single sentence aloud. Listen to each sentence and then try to reproduce the exact pronunciation of it as many times as you need until you get it right before moving on. This is a great tool for developing more natural pronunciation in your target language. The more you practice it, the more you will naturally shape good pronunciation in the language. So be attentive, really listen. The more you practice, the more you will notice slight sound changes, emphasis, or intonation on words or in sentences. You'll be training your speaking ability and developing clearer spoken fluency in your target language. And at the end of each new lesson on Duolingo with your new vocabulary stored in your notebook, you can then use additional techniques to help strengthen your learning even further. For example, what I really used to enjoy doing was to take the vocabulary I had learned each day in my target language on Duolingo and then create Quizlet flashcard sets, which I could also review every day in conjunction with my Duolingo learning. Now this helped me to review and recall the words I had seen and come across in my daily Duolingo lessons. However, Duolingo's algorithms help ensure you are reviewing similar vocabulary very regularly and seeing it in a variety of contexts. So this is not an absolute required step, but something that really helped me, particularly when I was building a solid foundation of vocabulary in French. Now I like to use another app called Drops, which enables me to learn even more vocabulary, and I'm using that for at least 5 minutes a day alongside my daily 15 to 20 minutes of Duolingo Italian learning. So, I hope these tips have really helped you to see how you can extract so much more from learning languages on Duolingo. A solid, consistent daily language learning routine combined with a few extra techniques and resources has helped me so much with learning languages over the past 4 years. I believe Duolingo, when used in the right way, is a phenomenal tool for building a base in a new language. And from there, you have the platform to move on to other content, which I'm sure I'll go into detail about in future videos. Now, obviously, everyone learns in different ways, and one of the best things I can suggest to you is to just try lots of different methods and see how you can best enjoy and learn a language. I tried many different methods before stumbling across this technique that just really worked for me and has helped me so much. But if you've used Duolingo and think you can get much more out of your language learning on the platform, I really hope this video has helped, and please let me know down in the comments what you think, and please let me know if it has made a positive difference to your language learning. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all again next time for a new geography, language, or travel video. Ciao a tutti!